Genghis Khan, or Genghis Khan, is certainly one of the most influential figures in world history. He did create the empire which eventually spanned from Korea to modern-day Hungary. Yes, this empire didn't last too long, as the Mongols were better conquerors than empire builders, having their empire last a little more than a century. Yet, this doesn't mean their contributions and significance simply disappeared. No, the outcome of the Mongol Empire rising and conquering this area definitely had some major ramifications on world history. But what if this never happened? What if the Mongol Empire simply never existed? How would our world change? Not surprisingly, a lot. The Mongols destroyed and killed a large number of people during their conquests. Half of the populations of Russia and Hungary are estimated to have been wiped out, along with larger percentages in Persia and China. Just one person being killed can have an impact on history, so the idea of almost entire populations being wiped out is incomprehensible. Other than the rampant killings and destruction, what the Mongols did after was connect Eurasia. They revived the Silk Road and created trade never before seen on the continent. Goods could travel from China to Europe and down to Iran, all in the same empire. With this, a new burst of trade began, but with this trade led to some negatives, such as the faster spread of disease. Fleas which lived on rats, which stayed on trade boats, moved across the continent. Eventually, the rats left the ships and the fleas went on their way. This is how the Black Death began, a plague which eventually wiped out 1/3 of Europe. Yet, if the Mongols didn't revive continental trade, the disease might not have spread as fast into Europe, or to some extent at all. I'm a little skeptical about the plague never happening, mostly because Europe did sort of have a cat genocide phase, didn't really work out when the rats came, but if the plague somehow didn't spread as fast, or at all in Europe, all of European history would have changed. Due to the population loss, Europe couldn't support feudalism. The system collapsed, which led to the nations we know today. The Mongols definitely played a part in the Black Death spreading all over Eurasia, that is certain, changing the world forever. The Mongol invasions led to resistances, some of which formed into countries such as Russia. If Mongolia hadn't conquered Russia, odds are Russia wouldn't be united early, and instead would exist as a collection of city-based nations. Maybe perhaps because of the common culture, Russia would unite just as Germany and Italy did in the 19th century. This is all up to assumption though. China's history would be shifted. Since the Qin dynasty was destroyed by the Mongols, the Qin would survive at least for a little while, since the Mongols didn't conquer China, leading to a change in Chinese history. The whole change in the world's history is impossible to predict. Changes to European and Asian history means that the 15th century up would be completely different. As I said, one person simply dying can change our world in ways we could never imagine. Millions being killed is impossible to comprehend. The Mongol Empire may have been short-lived, yet the effects of its existence affect all of us, every day, and has changed human history forever. Do you have an idea for how the world would be different if the Mongol Empire never existed? Say in the comments. Like us on Facebook, subscribe if you have not done so. This is Cody from the Alternate History Hub.